What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a great video talking about 3 major ways that you can maximize your trading card game and or your sports collection. So we are going to be talking about that, but just before that, we're going to go ahead and talk about our sponsor today. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Veriswap is a state-of-the-art platform where you can now safely trade your cards back and forth and use them as a middleman for your Pokemon card, sports card collection, and various other TCGs. You can sign up in seconds. Right after you sign up and you start uploading your collection, you'll see crystal clear images, data automatically fed in to help you out. And then once you do that, you can start locking in exciting trade offers. Once you lock in your trade offers, you can send your cards into Veriswap to the middleman hub, check them for authenticity, sit back, relax, and enjoy, and wait for your cards to arrive. Check out Veriswap. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the top 3 ways on how to maximize your collection. So the top thing that we're going to do for number 1 is going to be how to organize your collection. There's a lot of different ways to do this, whether you use binders, baseball card boxes. You have to organize your collection. If you collect a lot of cards, if you open a lot of product, you're going to have a ton of bulk. And there's ways to get rid of it out there. There's a lot of people who buy bulk. You can trade in bulk cards and stuff like that. You can give them away to kids for the holidays, but you have to be able to organize your collection. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of cards are volatile, especially in the sports world. If a player does well, the card stock goes up. If they get MVP, the card stock goes up. If they do bad, have a bad game, it may go down. We're talking about long-term and short-term as well. So we want to make sure that you have your attention set on what the card is doing in the current market. A great example right now in this current time frame is an NTV from the modern market is roughly $10, which you would think is about a 50-cent card. And the reason why it went up is because it's playable right now. So in the Pokemon world, you have to be able to pay attention to cards that are heavily playable in tournaments and cards that people are going after to put inside of their decks. Now, a lot of cards like that can be very, very popular and very, very pricey right now. And the quicker you can get rid of them to give them to a person who needs them is going to be effective for you, efficient for you, put money inside of your pocket, as well as putting that card inside of that person's deck who's having fun with that, creating that full ecosystem for that trading card game. So you have to organize, because a lot of cards that might also go up, you may say, hey, I know I have this card, and then later you're looking for it and you can't find it because it's put somewhere inside of your closet. We have very limited space, and you have to be able to organize your collection so you can go straight and find that card that you're looking for. So that would be number 1. The second thing is you have to have a goal, right? So as collectors, we like to have certain specific goals on why we collect, and some of us don't. And really, that's not okay. I was about to say it's okay, but it's not, because it's very abstract. You don't have a linear thought process. Basically, what I mean is that if you don't have a goal, you're just out there buying stuff just to buy it, swiping your credit card, and you have no end state. You have to figure out, what type of collector am I, right? Do I collect different types of Pokemon? Do I like different styles of cards? Do I like different artists that produce that specific card? Do I like certain players? In the sports world, you have to figure out what fits you, right? What type of collector are you? There are thousands of different ways to collect, and it's really up to you, right? You could just like Snorlax, you could like Scyther, you could like Charizard, you could like all types of different cartoony artwork. It really is relevant to what you like in your style, so you have to pay attention to that. So I would say having a goal is probably the biggest thing. Like, what are you trying to collect? Are you trying to collect a full Pikachu poncho set? Are you trying to collect all of the Pikachus, which is endless, right? It's probably an unrealistic goal, but if your goal is to have a binder full of Pikachus, then just set a goal and then try to go after it, right? Because goals change. Later, you may change your mind, change your goal, and you don't want to be just blowing money for no really good reason, right? You want to make sure that you can, basically, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Number 3, right? The biggest thing is having a budget. Having a budget is probably the biggest out of all 3 of these tips. You have to have a budget. And one of the biggest and smartest things I've heard collectors say is that you should use house money. And you may ask, what is house money? I'm going to tell you. So house money is basically selling your cards, product that you already own, and then reinvesting that into your product. You heard of it through many different means. It might be trade up challenges. It might be just selling your cards to get something that you want instead of what you pulled or what you bought in the past. So that would be the best way to do it, right? Having a budget per month that's realistic to how much money you make is going to help you be successful. You have to pay the bills, And there's a lot of obligations that you have to hold down as an adult, especially as a teenager as well, right? You have to show that you're good with your money. Maybe you have to impress your parents. You're trying to buy a car. You're trying to save up for college, whatever it may be, but you have to have a budget. So set a certain amount that's realistic towards a certain percentage of what your income is. And then I would not go beyond that. Look for sales throughout the year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. There's lots of deals that come up. And there's also different tips and tricks. And one of them that I use, and I'm not saying I advocate going out there and getting a credit card, but I stack up my points if you're responsible and pay off your credit card. And I use those points towards things that I would like to buy, which could be Pokemon cards. You want to look for different deals across TikTok. You can look on Drip and stuff like that to give you sign-up bonuses. You can get dollars off if you sign up for that platform, and certain sellers do that as well. I just got a Silver Tempest box for like $87 because I got a sign-up Drip application bonus, and I also got a sign-up from PokePerk Cards, which is a seller on that platform. And not to give a shout out to that particular person, but that's just an example of what you can do. So you really want to ensure that you have a budget. Spend house money. That's the best way you can reinvest back into your collection and amass a larger collection. And that's the best way to do it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that you took something from it. And if you enjoyed it, drop a comment, hit the notification bell, like, subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video, and I'll see y'all later. Have a blessed day. Out.